This is a video that's going to review Mission 3, Chapters 2 and 3, 13 and 14. Again, we're still in Level 1. We're still in Level 1. And I want you to notice that under Level 1, I've added a link to the discussion board for questions on Level 1. So as you're going through Mission 2 or Mission 3, if you have any questions, put them on here. My hope is that you as students will answer the questions. I will check in every couple of days. If you're not getting a response, then you need to make sure that you're sending me an email with a question. But hopefully amongst yourselves, you can help each other with that. So this is going to look at Mission 3. So let me click on that. Again, here are your objectives for both chapters, and I've added some information in there so you know where to look. Chapter 2 activities. Chapter 2 is basically going to deal with water, so you're going to have to kind of do these two on your own from the book to prepare for the test. And then we have some activities. The first activity is to listen to a podcast that's called Water Wars, and it's by the Reveal, people that do the Reveal podcast. This will link you to the podcast. What you need to do is you can listen to the whole thing, but there's 3 stories in there. The first one's on Yemen, the second one is on California, that's the one I want you to listen to. The third one is on making meat out of vegetables. That actually really tastes like meat. So if you want to listen to that one, that's fine. But the one you're going to focus on is the one about the California water issues. And then here's a worksheet. So you're going to again download it from here onto your computer, type the answers based on the podcast, and then submit it to this link. So that's Water Wars. The second activity in chapter 2 is poisoned water. Now this one you need to leave enough time for because you have to watch this documentary. It's a Nova documentary. It's very good on poison water, which is what happened in Flint, Michigan, which is very not that long ago. They're still having issues. So this is about an hour long. So make sure you give yourself a little bit of time to watch it. You'll also watch these 2 videos. You'll meet this woman actually in the first video, but this goes a little more in depth to what she did. And then here's a timeline on what happened with Flint. And then before you watch the video, download it from here, again as a Word document. Type your answers after watching the videos and doing what the worksheet tells you to. Then click here, and then after you save this, then you come back and you click on here, and then you submit it to this link. So again, give yourself a little bit of time with that so you can get that video watched. And then there's a journal entry here based on what you watched or learned in these 2 activities, okay, with these 2 activities. Again, Mission 3 then, there's a second folder down here, and that is over chapters 3, 13, and 14. The reason it goes out of order is because 13 and 14 contain information that you get from chapter 3, so I just kind of moved them in there. 3 things you have to do here. 1 is learn the basic function of cell parts, and then learn diseases. The purpose here is for you to understand that all diseases come down to the cellular level. When you have a disease, diabetes, there's something wrong with the cells, the way they respond, the rate they secrete insulin. Diseases come down to the cellular level. So based on knowing the functions of the cellular parts, you should be able to determine, if I give you a disease and tell you what's going on with that disease, you should figure out what cell part there is a problem with. So this PowerPoint here goes with these 2 videos. So you can watch these 2 videos without printing it off and just taking notes, or you can print this PowerPoint off and then watch the videos with it. It's up to you. But then after you watch the video and take notes, and again you can have your notes with you for this, you're going to take the cell parts and diseases quiz. You have 2 times to take it. So you'll read the question, again it'll give you the description of a disease, and then it's going to give you parts of the cell, and you have to determine what part of the cell is not functioning properly in that disease, based on the fact that you should know what those cell parts do. So that's cell parts. The second one is cloning. Okay, so it's the basics of cloning. So again, you'll watch a small video that I've done on cloning. Now, when you get to the end of that video, make sure you're paying attention because I'm going to give you an example, and then I'm going to ask you a question, a 1-question quiz on that video. Okay, so what color is the clone? So pay attention to the whole video. It talks about Dolly and how she was made, but pay attention at the end especially, and then you'll take this quiz. You've got 1 time to take it. You're going to have to spell out a word. Make sure you spell it correctly. It is not that hard of a word. Then you're going to watch this cute little video on 14 species that cloning could resurrect. So getting into the issue of cloning extinct animals. So you'll watch this video and then you'll do a journal entry asking you about your opinion on cloning extinct animals and then your pros and cons. We're going to start getting into issues now, having viewpoints on issues. Yes, we can clone animals, but should we? And getting into some of the ethical issues. So this will kind of lead you into that discussion. And that's the last thing for cloning. And then we go into pathogens and your microbiome. You'll learn what pathogens are when you click on this folder. I've done a short video on pathogens, so make sure you know those, take notes on that. Then you're going to have a microbiome case study, and if you have no idea what the microbiome is, that's why we're doing this. It's actually a big area of research right now into several diseases. What you have here is the case study. So this you're just going to click, download, and print. This is the case study. These are the case study questions. So what you'll do is click, download this document. Then as you go through the case study, you'll see that the parts of the case study line up with the questions. You type in your answers to these questions based on the case study, and then you're going to submit the questions to this link. So you'll download this, type your answers on it, save it, and then download it to this link. Now, the first section of the microbiome case study involves watching videos. These are 4 videos that you'll need to watch to help you answer those questions. It'll give you a good overview of what a microbiome is and some of the diseases and some of the issues that they're starting to connect with a faulty microbiome and how they can actually replenish your microbiome and in some cases save people's lives. Okay, so that is the last section. That is the last section for mission 3. Okay, so again, let me go back one more time. Oh, there it is. You got mission 3 here. Okay, mission 3 with chapter 2 and chapter 3, 13 and 14 activities. So let me go back now to level 1. Remember, level 1 was test 1. So after you finished mission 3, you are going to be ready for the first test. Now let me reiterate, the test will be open note and open book, but you need to go over all the objectives and be ready to take the test because it will be timed. So again, just to remind you, you need to know these objectives. You will not have enough time to look up every question on the test, so you need to be prepared, have gone into the book, and know at least know where the information is and be familiar with it to some extent. So these objectives from mission 2, as well as these objectives for mission 3. All of those are fair game on the first test. And then I'll have due dates for the test as we get there. Okay, as we get there. Basically, it'll probably be the week after you finish these activities or these activities are due. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. And again, just to remind you, under level 1, I've added a discussion board. So if you have questions in there, you can start a thread. Hopefully your classmates will be able to answer it. Again, if you don't get an answer in the time frame you need, make sure that you let me know. All right, that's the end of going over mission 3. We'll talk to you soon.